be satisfied. Is to do what you believe is great.
Okay. In exactly 2 minutes and 17 seconds, the lemurs will cut the power.
No?
No.
Okay?
No.
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 I drop down, grab the penguins. You crank me up, and we are out of here.
Let me drop down. I'll grab the penguin.
You don't have fingers, Marty.
No?
No.
Do it?
No.
These are things a leader has to think of.
Why should you be a leader? Why not me?
Because I'm the phase tracker.
Voted you Grand Phase Master anyway.
Me! I voted me! Because I'm the leader!
Nah.
That's it, baby. No?
No.
The king of Versailles wins.
Oh, wow!
Maybe I should be in charge. I am a doctor. Oh!
No.
Why can't we all be leaders?
Enough! I'm gonna leave.
Oh, I like that one. That's a good one.
It works on many levels, sir.
You guys are a bunch of sucker.
That too, sir.
Absolutely.
Hey, stations. Stage one, go.
Oh no. What have I done?
Come on, take the bait.
What's going on?
Look at the poor little guy.
Is it dead?
Stage two, go, go, go.
I will give him the kiss of life.
Rico. Rico. Reverse. Gas. Music.
Stop! Come back!
What is all this rock and roll racket?
Is she dead?
No.
Oi! You hoodlums!
Good heavens. Oh no! I'm lost! Where's the line? It just went away. What do I do? Help! We'll be stuck here forever.
Do not panic! Do not panic! We are trained professionals! Now stay calm. We are going around the leaf.
Around the leaf? I don't think we can do that.
Oh, nonsense. This is nothing compared to the twig of 93. That's it. That's it. Good. You're doing great. There you go. There you go. Watch my eyes. Don't look away. And here's the line again.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Soil.
Good job, everybody.
Oh my, there's quite a gap, Mr. Soil. Shouldn't we tell the Queen?
I don't think we need to involve the Queen in this. She's got enough on her plate already. Training her daughter.
Oh yes, Princess Ada, the poor dear.
Okay, come on, everyone, we're behind schedule. You know what's gotta be done. Move it, move it, move it. Hey, you there, pick up the pace. You're falling behind. 27, Come on, let's go. Everyone, pull together. We've got the rescue on our hands. You there. Here we go. enough. Help! Wimple! Okay, pivotara. Pomelo?
We'll go out for pineapple, my little bubbly-headed bubbly-boo.
Skipper, look.
Analysis.
It looks like a small incandescent bulb, designed to indicate something out of the ordinary, like a malfunction.
I find it pretty and somewhat hypnotic.
That too, sir.
Right. Rico, manual. Problemo solved.
Sir, we may be out of fuel.
What makes you think that?
We've lost engine 1. Engine 2 is no longer on fire.
Buckle up, boys. Don't look dull. This might get hairy. Attention! This is your captain speaking. I've got good news and bad news. The good news is we'll be landing immediately. The bad news is we're crash landing. When it comes to air travel, we know you have no choice whatsoever. But thanks again for choosing Air Penguin.
I know you won't mind when I tell you.
Come on, tell me anything. Tell me what.
I broke your iPod.
What?
The buttons were so small. It made me mad.
The horror!
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna kill you!
It was an accident. I'm sorry. Did you know?
My goodness, doll, you're shaking like a leaf. Rico, you've had your fun. Pull up. Gear down. Gently now, you just want to kiss the ground. Just a little peck, a smooch like you're kissing your sister. I said kiss it. Now just a little break. Just a touch. A little whisper. I believe that's checkmate. Commence emergency landing procedure. Flaps up. Deploy.
Only 2 passengers unaccounted for, Skipper.
That's a number I can live with. Good landing, boys. Who says a penguin can't fly?
Send him. Hi, now take the marker and write something on the board.
Write what?
Write whatever you want.
Should it be related to programming languages?
Why did you write Java?
I'm Sun certified in Java
I
programming.
asked why did you write Java? You could have written anything. You could have written what the fuck. I would have written that if I were you, because someone's asking me to write something without a context. So now, why did you write Java?
I thought you would ask the questions on what I write on the board. I'm confident in Java, so I wrote it.
So you're confident on Java. Your resume says that you are a Sun certified Java programmer.
Yes.
We're done.
Why? I mean, you didn't ask me anything.
Hi Mahesh, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Tell me something about yourself.
I'm Mahesh. I'm from
Get out.
Sorry?
I said get out. Take the marker and write something on the board.
I didn't know the context.
Fuck off.
I have distinction in all the semesters with 85% aggregate. I have done 2 major projects and 5 minor projects. And I also hold internship in 2 reputed companies.
Go work for them.
I work very hard.
Whatever I do it with perfection.
Actually, I am.
No, you didn't. We're done. You're in the wrong.
Sorry, I thought you were an interviewer. Sorry.
Are you here for an interview?
Yup.
Take a marker and write something on the board. Sit down. Tell me something about yourself.
Well, you have my resume in your hand. I expect you to have gone through it. I'll tell you something that's not there. I like pani puri, not masala puri.
Well, you have less marks in academics. Why?
I didn't like sitting in the classrooms and listening to boring lectures. And I hate remembering some data and writing exams. We have storage devices for that.
You have done project alone. Why?
I pitched my idea to the project panel. They said you're crazy and rejected it. I told them, rather argued with them, saying you don't have brains to understand my idea. They said if you think you're a genius, we'll approve it. Do it, let's see. After this, nobody wanted to join me for the project.
So you did it alone and completed it?
Yes, but it took me 2 years extra. That's why it took 6 years to do engineering. I'm okay with it.
If you want me to give you this job, then you gotta take off your funky style dress, put on formals, comb the hair, and those earrings should go.
That's a good suggestion, but I'll keep my style.
Is it more important than your career?
No, but a career without being myself is not important.
You're in.
Thank you.
there are only two animals on the planet that the Creator identified himself with. The first one is the eagle. The eagle. And the second animal is the lion. And when I identified those two animals as his favorite to identify himself with, I recognized I better study these two animals, because if he is the leader of the universe and I want to be a leader on earth, I better find out the nature of these animals and also the attitude of these animals. And I discovered that both of them are the kings of their domain. The eagle is the king of the bird kingdom, and the lion is the king of the animal kingdom. But let's talk a little bit about the lion. The lion has what I call the spirit of leadership. And this word spirit here is referring to attitude. Everybody say attitude. A leader has an attitude that makes him or her different from followers. Now, the lion is the king of the jungle, but the lion to me is a great source of encouragement to all of us. I want you to write this down. Remember this as long as you live. Number one, the lion is not the tallest animal in the jungle. Number two, the lion is not the largest animal in the jungle. Number three, the lion is not the heaviest animal in the jungle. Number four, the lion is not the smartest animal or the most intelligent animal in the jungle. And yet, when he shows up, they all run away. Well, here's one of my favorite quotes that I put in my books, and I believe it really brings home the point. An army of sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. And the answers to that dilemma is this: because leadership can transform cowards into violent warriors. The right kind of leadership can transform a timid into bold people who are fearless. Leadership is that powerful. Leadership can walk into a camp of depressed people, and in 20 minutes they have turned on into unbelievable, powerful armies. Because leadership determines everything. The lion is the king of the jungle because of one word: attitude. Everybody say attitude. Write it down. Attitude. The lion has a different attitude that makes every animal afraid of him. Now, we don't want to lead by fear, but it does take respect for you to become a leader. When I use the word fear in the jungle, we're talking about respect. The elephant respects the lion. The hyenas respect the lion. The giraffes, they respect the lion. What makes these massive animals respect such a small cat? The attitude is the difference. For example, a lion will see an elephant, and the thing that comes to his mind, one word: lunch. I could eat this thing. And he acts the way he thinks. Now, here's another amazing mystery. The elephant is larger, bigger, stronger, more powerful, heavier, and more intelligent. And yet, when the elephant sees the lion, one word comes to mind: eater. Attitude is a product of belief. You cannot have an attitude beyond your belief. So your attitude comes from your belief system. The lion is the king because of what he believes about himself.
please. Excuse me. Get on. Excuse me.
When you see someone who's the best in the world at what they do, they're being rewarded in public for what they've practiced millions of times in private.
George Bernard Shaw said there are two kinds of people in life. You know, he said those that make things happen, those that watch things happen, and those that don't know what happened. See, a lot of people want to exempt themselves from taking responsibility. All they want to do is talk about the problem. Every time you see them, they'll tell you their story over and over and over and over again. You want to take responsibility for your life. I got me here, I can get me out of this. And I'm getting out. I'm not going to be a volunteer victim. Take full responsibility for your life. Accept where you are and the responsibility that you're going to take yourself where you want to go.
Most of you won't be successful because when you're studying and you get tired, you quit. And I'm here to tell you today, if you somebody came to my office the other day crying. I said, look, don't cry to give up, cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain, you already hurt, get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. Listen to me, I'm here to tell you today that you can come here, you can jump up, you can do flips, you can be excited when we give away money. But listen to me, you'll never be successful until I don't have to give you a dime to do what you do.
So part of beginning to get unstuck, you've got to decide that the behavior pattern that you have adopted doesn't work for you. You've got to change your strategies, and changing your strategy means reinventing your life, recreating you, and you have the power to do that. You can decide that you're going to change, that you're not going to be a wimp. You can decide that you're going to stand up to life. You can decide that I'm going to live each day as if it were my last. You have the power to make that decision. You can decide I'm going to work on myself and develop myself. I'm going to empower me. And all of these things that are happening to me right now, they're just temporary inconveniences. They're not stronger than I am. I'm in charge here.
You have to tap into suffering every day of your life because we have so much scarring that we have to clean up. You have to look at suffering as almost like I look at failure. To succeed, you must fail. In failure and in suffering, all the answers are in there.
No matter what you face, no matter how bad it is going to be, when there is a challenge, and by a challenge I mean anything in life, any challenge, anything that you're facing, the only way to overcome the challenges that you face is to start walking. Take that step every day, no matter what you are facing. Get up and start walking.
You can't give away what you don't have. Now it sounds ridiculous, okay? But it's more than what meets the ear as you hear this. You can't give away what you don't have. People who are not good at giving away love can't give away love because they don't have it to give away. If I want to give you a dozen oranges, I can't give you those dozen oranges unless I go out and pick up 12 oranges someplace. Otherwise, all it is just empty rhetoric. And the same thing is true of virtually everything in your life. You can't give away love for others if you don't have love in here to give away. If what you have in here is contempt, if what you have in here is anger, if what you have in here is fear, then these are the things you're going to be giving away in your life. There are many ways to get the things that we want for ourselves in our lives, but basically, it all begins with how we choose to think. As you think, so shall you be. 7 little words that I think are perhaps the most important things that we can learn and master in our lives. This old proverb notion that I become what I think about all day long. And once you know that what you think about is what expands, you start getting real careful about what you think about. You don't allow your thoughts to be on anything that you don't want or that you wouldn't want to have manifest or show up for you in your life. Have a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing. One of the central principles of my life is that no one knows enough to be a pessimist about anything. And that each and every one of us, when we close our mind to what is possible for us or what is possible for humanity, closes off the genius that resides and lives in each and every one of us. Having an open mind doesn't necessarily mean finding fault with all of the things that you've been taught by others. It means opening yourself up to the potentiality and the possibility that anything and everything is possible. So having a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing really means finding within ourselves the ability to get rid of a trait that I find so common in the contemporary world. Do you know that most people that I meet spend their lives looking for occasions to be offended? They actually are out there hoping that they can find some reason to be offended. And there's no shortage of reasons. They're out there everywhere. The way this person dressed, what this person said, they turn on the TV, they hear the news, they're offended by this, someone used language that they didn't like, someone doesn't share the same customs that you, and people all day long. In fact, if you keep track tomorrow, you will find probably 100 reasons that you can go around being offended. But a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing is a mind that says, I'm never looking for anything to be offended by. And that whatever anybody else out there has to say, my response to that is, that's an interesting point of view. I've never considered that before.
Talking about past and future and excessive emphasis on past and future in your life, yes, of course you need to have, there's nothing wrong with having a certain intention of what you want to achieve, take steps towards it. It's part of living here in this dimension. You can't just say, I'm never going to plan anything anymore, just take life as it comes. Well, some people try to do that, but they're not that happy either after a while. So then your life will get very diffused. And so to have an intention, to make a plan, perfectly fine. Either a short-term plan, like I'm going to meet you tomorrow at 4 o'clock. How would you ever meet anybody if we didn't have time? And future on a practical level, of course it's needed. The question is whether future takes over your mind. Being able to use it for practical purposes is of course great, but I call that clock time is fine, but psychological time is when the future takes over your mind and your entire thought patterns are geared only towards future, and you treat the present moment as either just a means to an end because it enables you to get to the next one. You're always reaching out, so to speak, internally to the next, yet never quite here, always looking for some fulfillment there, so you can never embrace the fullness of now, or you make the now into even an enemy. Some people are always unhappy. Perhaps we all know one or two people like that. 3. Who are, wherever they are, they're complaining it's never quite right. Wherever they are or whoever they are with, after a little while, they're very uncomfortable again. They should be somewhere else. You know the bumper sticker that you see in some cars, in various versions of it, says, "I'd rather be golfing." And then another one says, "I'd rather be fishing. I'd rather be this, I'd rather be there." When I visited the spiritual teacher Ram Dass, who lives in Hawaii, he has a bumper sticker on. Ram Dass was the person who in the 70s wrote the book Be Here Now. Anyway, he has a bumper sticker on his car that says, "I'd rather be here now." And then you realize you can still pursue whatever an intention, where you want to get to, a plan. I call it, it's a bit like a journey. Your life is a journey. You're going, you want to go from here to there. Whether you're going to get there, we don't know. Maybe on the way you'll branch out to somewhere else. But at least you have a certain direction. It's good to have some direction in your life. But while you are traveling, if your destination takes up most of your attention and you're continuously focusing on there, you miss all the journey, really. You can't enjoy the journey anymore. And most of your life is the journey. The arriving is relatively rare. The wedding, and a few more graduation. But so those moments are not far and few between. So the rest is the journey. And if you can't enjoy the journey, which means the step you're taking at this moment is really the most important thing. Yes, of course, you're going that way, but this step is still to be enjoyed, because that's ultimately your whole life consists of the step you're taking at this moment. There is never anything else.
If you ever want to be something, then be an eagle, but never be a parrot in life. Because the parrot speaks a lot, but cannot fly very high. But an eagle speaks very little, but fly very high. An eagle has the willpower to touch the sky. A parrot's gift is to talk, and an eagle's gift is to fly. And I would rather be an eagle. The eagle is the king of the other birds. So today I will tell you 7 mentalities and habits that every person should learn from an eagle. These are the most powerful mindset in the world. And there is a great life learning in these 7 mentalities and attitude of eagle. So lesson number 1, eagle fly alone. Eagle fly alone and higher than all other birds. Eagle will fly alone, but will never fly with a pigeon and a sparrow or with any small bird. Eagle either fly with eagle or fly alone. And this teaches us a lesson that stay away from narrow-minded people, small-minded people, and stay alone. Because this is the time when you get the real chance to know yourself. Lesson number 2, eagle's vision is very clear and very strong. Eagle can see its prey from 5 kilometers away. And once it sees his target and goal clearly, then no matter how difficult it is, no matter how hard it is, he hunts his target and achieves his goal. Here is the great lesson to learn from this too, that keep your vision clear and achieve it no matter how hard it is. Do not hold back like that eagle. Lesson number 3. Eagle never eat dead things. Eagle never eat dead animals. He always hunts alive animals. And this mindset of eagle teaches us that our past is dead. It's already gone. So don't pay attention to those dead, rotten thoughts. Don't waste your energy to the past that is gone. Rather than focus on your upcoming fresh life and focus on today. Keep things current. The old memories of your past that hurt you, let them go. Say them goodbye. Let them be there where they belong. And your past has a place of itself. Don't give it a place in your present. Don't bring them back in your present. Because once your past takes place in your present, your past will never let you stay in the present. So no matter how bad has happened to you in your past, all those thoughts and memories are already dead and gone. And become like that eagle who never ate dead things. Lesson number 4. Eagles love the storm. Eagles get excited when storm clouds gather. When the storm comes, all the birds hides and scared. But the eagle enjoys it a lot, and they welcome the challenge it brings. When the strong wind blows, the eagle fly even more high with the help of those winds. And when it flies very high, it reaches even above the clouds. The life lesson to be learned from this mindset: find possibilities in the problems. Find the opportunities in the challenge. And once the Napoleon Hill said that every great challenge brings a great opportunity with it. So like that eagle, embrace the challenge and learn from them. And recognize your opportunity. And the day you start embracing challenge and start seeing the opportunities, all the difficulties will be under control of you. And you will be over those difficulties. Lesson number 5. Eagle always removed soft grass from its nest, so that the eagle's baby cannot be comfortable in it. Because if he becomes comfortable in that nest, he will stay there and would not be able to leave the comfort zone. But a mother eagle never let this happen to her baby. Eagle is also a bird, but imagine, he knows that there is no growth in the comfort zone. But we are human beings, and despite being humans, many people do not understand this. The more you stay in the comfort zone, the more you become lazy, and the more uncomfortable your life will become in the future. Lesson number 6. Eagle tests the power of commitment before it trusts. When a female eagle meets a male one that they want to mate, she tests the male eagle's power of commitment. So she picks a twig and flies very high. Once she has reached a height high enough for her, she lets the twig fall to the ground and tells the male one to catch it. The male chases after the twig. The faster it falls, the faster he chases it. He has to catch it before it falls to the ground, because if he fails to catch it, he will lose our trust. The lesson we can learn from this mindset is we must have to test the commitment of people we intend to partner with, the people we hire. Establishing trust is important in relationship. Lesson number 7. Eagles love the painful process. At the age 40, the eagles become old. The eagle has to make a painful decision at that moment. Die or go through a painful process of rebirth, which will extend its life for 30 more years. This process involves the painful task of knocking out its own beak and plucking out its talons so that new ones can grow. This entire process takes about 5 months to complete. The life lesson we can learn from this mindset is, if there is no pain, there is no gain. Many of us want success, change, but without the sacrifice, hard work, disappointment, and heartbreak, it is impossible. To survive and grow, we must be willing to change. And sometimes we may even need to go a step further. A death of the old self and a total rebirth. Ending toxic relationships, leaving toxic jobs. Getting rid of destructive habits, thoughts, and traditions. A mindset that no longer serve us. And remember, at the end, we are all just stories. Just make it a good one.
Today I want to talk to you about why the lion is the true king of the jungle and why we should be like lions in our lives. The lion is a majestic animal that commands respect and awe from all other creatures. The lion is not the biggest, the fastest, or the strongest animal in the jungle, but it is the most powerful and influential. Why is that? Because the lion has a mindset that sets it apart from the rest. The lion has a mindset of a king. Here are 10 mindsets of a lion that we can learn from and apply to our own lives. 1. The lion is confident. The lion knows its worth and does not doubt its abilities. The lion does not fear any challenge or competition. The lion believes in itself and its potential. 2. The lion is courageous. The lion faces danger and adversity with bravery and determination. The lion does not run away from problems or difficulties. The lion confronts them head-on and overcomes them. 3. The lion is loyal. The lion values its family and friends and protects them fiercely. The lion does not betray or abandon its loved ones. The lion supports them and stands by them in times of need. 4. The lion is ambitious. The lion has a vision and a goal for its life and pursues it relentlessly. The lion does not settle for less than what it deserves. The lion strives for excellence and greatness in everything it does. 5. The lion is adaptable. The lion can survive and thrive in any environment and situation. The lion does not complain or make excuses. The lion adjusts and adapts to changing circumstances and opportunities. 6. The lion is resilient. The lion can endure pain and hardship without giving up or losing hope. The lion does not let failures or setbacks discourage it or stop it from trying again. The lion learns from its mistakes and grows stronger from them. 7. The lion is generous. The lion shares its resources and blessings with others who need them. The lion does not hoard or greedily keep everything for itself. The lion gives back to its community and helps those who are less fortunate. 8. The lion is humble. The lion does not boast or brag about its achievements or status. The lion does not look down on others or treat them with disrespect. The lion acknowledges its flaws and limitations and seeks to improve them. 9. The lion is wise. The lion uses its intelligence and experience to make sound decisions and judgments. The lion does not act impulsively or recklessly. The lion thinks before it acts and considers the consequences of its actions. 10. The lion is inspirational. The lion inspires others to follow its example and emulate its qualities. The lion does not impose or force its will on others. The lion leads by influence and persuasion. These are the 10 mindsets of a lion that make it the true king of the jungle and that we should be like in our lives. If we adopt these mindsets, we will become more confident, courageous, loyal, ambitious, adaptable, resilient, generous, humble, wise, and inspirational. We will become more successful, happy, fulfilled, and respected. We will become more like lions, and we will become kings of our own jungles.
After only 4 months, everyone around me can clearly see my changes. Now I am no longer shy or afraid when meeting foreigners. I can easily learn many good tricks on YouTube, confidently communicate with international friends on forums, can easily register for many international contests.
If you want to start to feel happy, it starts with you wanting to feel happy. We like to sit and dwell. We like to sit in our own sadness. Make sure you're spending time every single day, whether it's 15, 20 minutes, whether it's an hour, 2 hours. Take time to allow your mind separation from the stresses of your day. If you expect to fail, you will fail. On the other hand, if you expect to win, you will win. And he's right, because doctors and psychologists, both alike, they agree that worrying actually does shorten your life, and it does damage your body. We need to clear our thinking before we go to sleep. We're talking about a book that Norman Vincent Peale wrote, The Power of Positive Thinking. Let's kick this off with golden nugget number 1, creating your own inner happiness. That you are responsible for your own happiness. Because unhappiness is usually the byproduct of you thinking sad thoughts, you having these negative feelings, you having resentment towards others, and just having an overall crappy outlook on life. So if you think those things, what do you think is going to happen? You have to force yourself to not think those negative thoughts. Peale says we have to get into the happiness habit by thinking upbeat, cheery thoughts throughout the day. We like to sit and dwell. We like to sit in our own sadness. I don't like to do that, but I just know that sometimes my brain forces me to do that, and I don't know why. So I have to force myself to not do that. I have to put on upbeat music. I have to go do something productive. I have to get in the gym. I have to go hang around friends that are going to make me laugh. And it's tough. At first, it doesn't feel right. It feels like you're forcing it because you are forcing it. But eventually, it starts to make you feel better. There are miracles happening all around you. There is beauty all around you. Open your eyes and look. Can you see the sun shining? Great. Can you hear the birds chirping? Great. Can you feel the warmth of the sun on your skin? Awesome. There's simple beauties all around us. If you want to start to feel happy, it starts with you wanting to feel happy. So short circuit those negative thoughts. And when you start to feel bad, when you start to find yourself gossiping, feeling guilty, feeling angry, feeling whatever it is you're feeling that's negative, turn that around. Force yourself to think positively, do positive things. And while it doesn't feel right at first, keep going. You're on the right path. Golden nugget number 2, the antidote to anxiety. Is that people waste a lot of their time, a lot of their energy fuming and fretting about things that they cannot control. Go back to Covey's principle. Circle of concern, circle of influence. Focus only on those things in the circle of influence. Everything else in the circle of concern, you can't control. You can't affect that. So move on. Don't allow your mind to just spend time in that space. You're wasting your mind's energy. So as part of this antidote to anxiety, Peale says that we need to slow down to relieve our anxiety and to attain peace. And he suggests meditation. He suggests that we devote at least 15 minutes daily to calming and relaxing ourselves by thinking peaceful thoughts, or not thinking anything at all. So something he shares in the book is to help get rid of the tendency to worry and get angry, we need to relax and spend a few minutes thinking about beautiful, peaceful settings, hearing the birds chirping, feeling the sun on our face, all these things that I was talking about before, where it's just a matter of you actually thinking that in your mind. Wherever you are, if you're at work, if you're in your house, it doesn't matter. Or close your eyes and open your mind to maybe a place where you were on vacation before. And go there for 15 minutes. Smell the smells, feel what the sand feels like on your feet, feel yourself plunging into the ocean. So the antidote to anxiety, it's all about clearing your mind. However you choose to do that, make sure you're spending time every single day. Whether it's 15, 20 minutes, whether it's an hour, 2 hours, if you're working out of the gym, whether you're doing yoga, whether you're going to cycling class, whatever, take time to allow your mind separation from the stresses of your day. Golden nugget number 3, expect the best. If you expect to fail, you will fail. On the other hand, if you expect to win, you will win. So, what seeds are you planting in your mind? Are you planting seeds of positivity or seeds of negativity? Guess what? Your life is going to give you back more of that. Are you planting seeds of, oh, doubt, and oh, I'm not going to make this work, or something bad is going to happen? If you're planting seeds of that, guess what you're going to get? More of that. Start focusing on the positive. Start focusing on how things can go right. And guess what? When things go wrong, say, there's a lesson in that for me. Because life doesn't happen to me, it happens for me. So everything that's happening is there to teach me a lesson. This isn't a setback, it's a set up. This thing that's really bad, it happened for a reason. I'm going to learn from it, I'm going to get better. Golden nugget number 4. Worry not. And he's right, because doctors and psychologists both alike, they agree that worrying actually does shorten your life. And it does damage your body. We need to clear our thinking before we go to sleep. And we need to imagine our worries flowing out of our body like water out of a glass. So don't think that my path is the right path. No. This path is good for me. I replaced worry with hope by putting together goals. I put together 3 goals: a financial related goal, a health related goal, and a professional related goal. Something that what I was going to do with my life. And back in the day when I was going through those stresses, I was worrying a lot. I was having a tough time sleeping. I was having chest pains. My heart was palpitating all the time. And I really just could not get, a high level of satisfaction in life. And, if you were saying on a scale of 1 to 8, Ryan, again, 9s and 10s are reserved for very special times in our lives that seldom happen. I was sitting at a 4 consistently, where I would wake up and I'd all of a sudden feel the stresses of the day. I would pass between 3 and 4 all the time. So what I did was to replace that worry, that anxiety, that fear. I built myself a plan that gave me hope. Goals that gave me hope. Something that got me excited. Something that I wanted to work towards. Something I wanted to achieve because I knew that if I did, it would get me out of this mess and my life would be better as a result. Golden nugget number 5. Problem solving. I had problems that I needed solutions to. I had desires, I had wants, I had dreams, I had goals that I needed a solution to. The Crap Show was a solution. Create Your 8 was a solution. But what I did need to do was take myself out of the busyness of the day and allow my mind to sort of free up and look for inspiration all around me. And know that whatever solution I'm looking for, it's going to come to me. And this is where in this golden nugget in the book where Peele talks about, problem solving, he gives us 10 problem solving techniques, which many of them I believe with. The first one, believe that for every problem there is a solution. So yes, believe that your problem can be solved. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, you don't have a solution right now, but there is a solution. And oftentimes there's more than one. 2, try to maintain your serenity as you address a problem. So don't feel anxious. Don't try to get angry and say, I'm not getting this. I don't understand. No. You need to be calm. You need to be hopeful that there's going to be a solution to this problem. Number 3, don't try to force an answer. Don't try to say oh my God, I need an answer by Saturday at noon. If I don't get it by Saturday at noon, then it's too late. Sometimes you can't force it. Life often happens for you. And so you just need time for that to reveal itself to you. Number 4, gather all relevant information. Pretty simple. Do as much research as possible. Number 5, write down all facts about the situation. Again, get understanding for the problem, what's going on. You need to get clarity on the problem so you can get clear on what solutions you need to solve it. Number 6, spend time praying about the issue you are confronting. Listen, if you're praying about it, that's fine. If you're not praying about it, maybe you're thinking about it. Always make time to think about it. When you're walking in nature, yes, take time to think in nature and allow your mind to flow. But when you separate yourself from the stresses, the anxieties, the busyness of the day, allow your time to think about solutions. Number 7, believe in and seek God's guidance on the promise of the 73rd Psalm, "Thou wilt guide me by thy counsel." If you believe in the religious aspect of that will talk to you. That necessarily doesn't talk to me. So I maybe won't be using that one. Number 8, rely on your inner gifts of insight and intuition. There's things that we believe we should do, and then there's things that we know we should be doing. So you got to listen to yourself, and it takes time. It does take time. It takes patience. It takes some maturity for you to realize what you're great at. And sometimes you're doing something just to make a living, just because it's my job, it's my career, it's what I believe I'm great at. But you have other gifts within you that maybe you're not exploring yet, that you should be. Number 9, attend religious services where you can and listen peacefully and let your subconscious work on the problem. Again, you can go to church or you can just go for walks. I love going for walks, period. I'll put music on my ears and allow myself to think. Pretty simple. Number 10, the answer that develops in your mind or comes to pass is the right answer. So I just allowed the thoughts that came in my mind. Whenever I had a thought, an inspired thought, I wrote it down on my phone. Pulled up my phone, opened up the notepad, and I just wrote it down. At the end of the day, I would think about it, ponder on it, say, you know what, this idea is what I want to go further into, and dig deeper into that. That's exactly how this show happened. That's exactly how Create Your 8 happened. It's exactly how you're going to find solutions to your problems. Last but not least, golden nugget number 6, how to handle heartache. Now, everybody at some point in their life experiences heartache, and it's tough. And so Peel says that for us to get over heartache, we need to resist the heartache by staying busy. So if you're getting a divorce from your husband or your wife, if you just broke up with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, if you just lost a loved one, if a loved one passed away, a friend, a family member, doesn't matter who it is. He says that in order for you to get through it, you need to stay busy. You need to return to your normal activities as soon as possible after a loss or a defeat. And you need to resist the temptation to brood and feel sorry for yourself. I gotta get back to work. I gotta get back to my goals, get back in the gym, get back to eating right, get back to hanging out with my friends, my family, listen to the music that I was listening to. We have to return to life. But sometimes we just have to be sad, and we have to work our way through it. But the key here is to not allow your mind to dwell on it for too long. That's not handling heartache. That's allowing heartache to take control of you and to win.
Consistency is key to success. It is the glue that holds our dreams and aspirations together. Consistency is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who simply dream of them. As the great motivational speaker and author Jim Rohn once said, success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. This quote perfectly encapsulates the importance of consistency. Success is not about having a special talent or gift. It's about consistently showing up and doing the work day in and day out. So how can we harness the power of consistency in our own lives? First and foremost, we need to identify our goals and objectives. Without a clear destination in mind, we're unlikely to stay focused and committed over the long term. As the great philosopher Aristotle once said, first, have a definite, clear practical ideal, a goal, an objective. Second, have the necessary means to achieve your ends, wisdom, money, materials, and methods. Third, adjust all your means to that end. Once we have our goals in mind, we need to develop a plan of action. This plan should include a series of small, actionable steps that we can take on a daily or weekly basis. As a famous philosopher once said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. By breaking our goals down into small, achievable steps, we can make consistent progress over time. But perhaps the most important ingredient for consistency is perseverance. As the famous American civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. once said, if you can't fly then run, if you can't run then walk, if you can't walk then crawl, but whatever you do you have to keep moving forward. Perseverance is what keeps us going when the going gets tough. It's what enables us to push through obstacles and challenges and stay committed to our goals over the long term. In conclusion, the power of consistency is a fundamental principle that can help us achieve success and fulfillment in all areas of our lives. By identifying our goals goals, developing a plan of action, and persevering through challenges and setbacks, we can harness the power of consistency and achieve our wildest dreams and aspirations. As the great American writer and philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, that which we persist in doing becomes easier to do, not that the nature of the thing has changed, but that our power to do has increased. So let us all commit to being consistent in our pursuits, and let us never give up on our dreams.
Hello, I'm Morgan Freeman. This month, for YouTube's Video Volunteers program, Amnesty International focused on the topic of human rights. Here's the video we made about Amnesty's work to fight for human rights around the world.
Words. They can do anything. They can call in a dog at night. They can bring comfort to an old friend. They can say happy birthday to a girl whose balloons are slowly sinking. But sometimes, words can get you into trouble. Like the human rights activist in Zimbabwe who was kidnapped for standing up to government corruption, or the journalist in China sentenced to 10 years in prison for sending an email, or the thousands of men and women in Iran who were beaten, arrested, and tortured just for demanding a fair election. Now we need your words to demand justice, to take a stand, to offer hope to people around the world who are silenced for simply speaking their minds. Write a letter or speak out today. Your words can lead to their freedom. Words. They can do anything.
My rocket! Wait! Riley and I were still using that rocket. It still has some song power left. Who's your friend who likes to play? No! You can't take my rocket to the top! Riley and I went to the moon! Riley can't be done with me.
Hey, it's gonna be okay. We can fix this. We just need to get back to headquarters. Which way to the train station?
I had a whole trip planned for us.
Hey, who's ticklish, huh? Here comes the tickle monster!
I'm sorry they took your rocket. They took something that you loved. It's gone. Forever.
Sadness. Don't make him feel worse.
Sorry.
It's all I had left of Riley.
I bet you and Riley had great adventures.
Oh, They were wonderful. Once we flew back in time. We had breakfast twice that day.
Sadness! It sounds amazing. I bet Riley liked it.
Oh, she did. We were best friends.
Yeah, it's sad.
I'm okay now. Come on. The train station is this way.
Monsters in my head are scared of love. Finding people, listen up.
Oh, hey, Susie. I need that data I asked for next week. We have a big meeting with corporate coming up. If you could do that, it'd be great.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Thanks. Hey, Susie. Yeah, I'm about to go meet with corporate right now. Do you have those numbers I asked for?
No, you didn't give me specific times, so I didn't get them to you.
What are you doing? I told you last week I needed these numbers at the beginning of the week on my desk, ready to go. I am going to look like a joke. Are you serious? I cannot do this.
I'll get right on that.
I'm going to have to send you an email. You're going to...
Giving unspecific deadlines is a poor form of communication. Always give detailed deadlines whenever you communicate a need. In addition, a good leader will make a note to schedule a pre-deadline check to ask about the progress the employee has made.
See me in my office. Please meet me there after this meeting. I swear to God.
Okay, I'm really sorry.
Well, looks like everything checks out here. Just want to let you know we offer full benefits and 2 weeks paid vacation.
Wow, 2 weeks vacation. That sounds great.
I'm not gonna lie to you right now. You're very high up on our interviewing list. You have an extraordinary background, and what do you say about the job?
Mr. Butcher, sorry. I was able to get the numbers that you asked me to get.
Why are you interrupting me? I'm in the middle of an interview right now. First of all, you didn't knock. Second of all, I have a secretary, and that's why I pay her. Can you please go to her and use her next time?
Negative emphasis discourages future employees from joining a firm. Negative comments from a leader to an employee ultimately makes them a discouraged worker and decreases work output.
Do not let the door hit you on the way out. Now go.
Okay, not let the door hit me.
Go! Wow, I've been trying to get rid of him for like the last 3 weeks now. So, what do you say? You want the job?
Well, I think I'm just gonna think about it and get back to you.
Okay, yeah.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, I'll send you an email. Yeah, come
Hi. Roger gave me last month's sales report, so I thought you'd want those.
All right, excellent, thank you.
Anytime.
Take a look at these. All right. You know what? I'm sick of this. I am done. Roger, what is this?
Those are the reports you asked for.
This is the second month in a row. This is garbage. This literally looks like you took 3 crayons and simultaneously drew scribbles in circles. I don't know what this is. How can I show this to anyone?
I don't know, boss. I mean, if you could give me some feedback, I'd love to improve.
You're on thin strings, Roger. Thin strings. He is so done. I am done. Fired. Right now. Oh, you're still here, man? Yeah, you might want to check your email.
Who the hell fires someone over email? Are you kidding me? It's bullshit.
Messaging through email is not always a reliable way of communication. A good leader will talk to an employee individually, face to face, about the lack of input rather than the improper way of sending an email.
Watch this. One little piece of paper can have a remarkable effect. Stress is stressful. But if you understand a bit about what it is, you'll be better able to deal with it. First though, take a few deep breaths. In fact, do that anytime you feel stressed. It helps. Stress is a survival mechanism. When danger appears, it can get you out of trouble quickly. Your body crashes up the gears and throws all its resources into getting you moving. Your heart pumps furiously to increase blood pressure, glucose is sent to the muscles as a fuel injection, and you become totally focused on what psychologists call fight or flight. Thing is, this emergency state is only meant to last just long enough to get you out of danger. But here in the 21st century, we stress about different things, and for much, much longer. Your brain and body stay on red alert, and you'll be less able to think clearly, learn, or remember things. Take a few more deep breaths, because as you now know, stress is a physical reaction, and deep breathing helps to counteract its effects. So, what else can you do? Okay, top tips to reduce stress. First, get plenty of exercise. Let out all that locked up energy. Now, back to the problem. Get in control. Scope out the situation and how you're going to tackle it. Don't stress alone. Talk to someone. Socialize. And have a laugh. You can't laugh and quake with fear at the same time. Get down with nature on a big or small scale. And if your mind won't stop worrying, give it something else to do instead.
We all know what it's like to feel stressed, and we all deal with it differently. But how much stress is too much? Your body will let you know when you're overstressed, with muscle tension, sweaty palms, or difficulty sleeping. You might feel worried, fearful, fatigued, irritable, or have a hard time concentrating. These can be the signs of stress, but the consequences can be much larger, both on your life and those around you. The solution is to keep your stress under control with stress management skills. Mike went through a period of high stress. He was laid off from his job and running out of savings. The financial strain was keeping him up at night. He was irritable and tense and even had digestive problems. At the VA, Mike got help finding ways to manage his stress, such as thinking differently about his problems and making time for hobbies and activities like walking his dog. The physical activity helped Mike relax and be mindful of his stress, and he learned some new problem-solving skills. He focused on potential solutions and not just the problems, even progress like visualizing himself starting a new job. Getting exercise and thinking positively helped Mike get back into the job market. Finding ways to physically relax can be extremely helpful. Joe was feeling detached from his grandkids as his aches and pains were keeping him from keeping up. But since he took relaxation classes at his VA and started doing light physical activity at home, Joe has found that he feels better, both physically and emotionally, and is able to enjoy more time with his family. Relationship problems? We've all had them. George and Vicky's relationship was suffering due to time management-related stresses. Working late, arguing over who would pick up the kids, and spending their only time together in silence. Time constraints led the Johnsons to stop cooking meals, and their new fast food diet took its toll on their wallets and their waists. The Johnsons took a stress management class at the VA and learned that making a plan and sticking to it could ease their stress. They used problem-solving skills to determine who would pick up the kids and make dinner on which days. And in the process, they made time to go on walks together. They learned no matter how challenging life becomes, help is available. To learn more about how to manage stress, talk with your healthcare provider or visit www.prevention.va.gov. VA Healthcare.
Hey Moby, have you seen my toothbrush? 10, 9, 8, 7. Hang on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ah. Dear Tim and Moby, my sister and I argue practically every day. What can I do to stop it? From Wayne. Hey Wayne, when you spend enough time with other people, your wants and needs are bound to conflict with theirs. Maybe you and your sister both want to use your tablet at the same time. Or you might feel a good friend of yours isn't playing fairly. When situations like these arise, you're going to feel some strong emotions. That's perfectly okay. Anger and frustration are normal feelings, and everyone has them at one time or another. It's how you deal with those feelings that counts. You may be tempted to act aggressively with yelling and name-calling, or even with violence. That can just provoke the other person to act the same way. You won't get what you want, and you'll end up in an argument or a fight. True, sometimes they'll back down and you'll get your way. But if you blow up at every little disagreement, you'll have a tough time keeping any friends. Nobody wants to hang out with someone who always gets his way. Yeah, it's tough to control your emotions, especially for kids. Fortunately, I've had a lot of practice in this department. When I get angry or frustrated, the first thing I do is stop and recognize what I'm feeling. Next, I take a few deep breaths. Sometimes I even count backwards from 10 to myself. By the time I reach 1, I'm usually ready to deal with things more calmly. Sure, just walking away is easier in the short term. But you don't want to get into the habit of ignoring stuff that bothers you. Peaceful, direct confrontation is the best way to go. Well, you can start out by explaining how you feel in a calm, respectful way. Say you and your sister are arguing over who gets to use your tablet. You might say, "When you don't give me a turn, I get really frustrated." Explain what you want to use it for. Then let your sister express her point of view. Show that you're paying attention by making eye contact and nodding. And when someone else is talking, be sure you really listen. Maybe your sister has been waiting all day to talk to her friend from summer camp. Maybe she's researching an important project for school. Think about how you would feel if she wanted you to just hand over the tablet. People are more reasonable when they see that you understand where they're coming from. You could say something like, "I don't want to interrupt you and your friend. Can you let me know when you're done?" It helps to think of the other person as your partner, not your enemy. The real enemy is the problem you're both trying to solve. Still, if things get a little too heated, you might want to call in another person to mediate the dispute. It can be anyone you trust to be fair, a family member, a friend, a classmate, even a teacher. The mediator can decide when it's each person's time to talk and make sure that everyone acts in a respectful manner. The best solutions involve a compromise. Each side gives a little ground. For example, you and your sister can set a schedule for sharing your tablet. Instead of the dispute ending with one person losing, we get a win-win situation. Oh, right. Well, Moby, when you use my toothbrush to clean your toes, I feel grossed out. I wonder how long it's been going on, and I get sick to my stomach. I see. You get carbon buildup on your toes, and it's really uncomfortable. Maybe there's a solution we can both live with.
I love this quote. It says, "A beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset." In the same token, an ugly day begins with an ugly mindset. The choice is yours. If you change the way you think, if you change the definition of any situation or scenario that comes your way, you can change the way you feel. It all starts up here, right between your ears. You have all of the power to take in information, process it, and give it the meaning you want it to have, and not the intended meaning. Everything is up to you. Your thoughts, your perceptions, your reactions, you control that. But what happens is, we are taught this means that. This is how you should react to that. And we become obsessed We're trying to live up to things we were taught in the past. You don't have to do what you were taught to do if it's not right for you. I know it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. Because if somebody calls you out of your name, you've been taught. They ain't gonna disrespect me. I'm gonna keep my respect. Or some type of adverse situation hits you, first thing you do is hold your head down. But again, when somebody calls you out of your so-called name, you can take that information in and you can give it an entirely different meaning. One that works best for you. One that stops you from going and knocking the crap out of somebody. One that stops you from catching a case. When you don't give them the reaction that they wanted, 9 times out of 10, they leave you alone. It all starts with mindset. You will fail at something. Adversity will strike. Life will punch you in the jaw. Your mindset is what allows you to power through the situation. Your mindset is what helps you fall down 1,929 times and get back up 1,930 and come back stronger than ever. See, champions like you, they understand when that thought process is off. And they take a moment and sit down and gather their thoughts and talk to themselves and say, nope, I will not respond like that. Nope, I will not stay in this mindset. Nope, I will not have a pity party because it's not doing me any good. That's what losers do. See, once your mindset changes, everything on the outside will change along with it. Because with the right mindset, you will succeed. With the right mindset, you will exceed and surpass all of your wildest dreams. With the right mindset, that smile we see on the outside will definitely have a matching smile on the inside. See, if you change your mindset, you can change your life. And once you do that, you will find yourself climbing over that hump and making each and every day of your life a Wednesday. This is a great day to win. Let's go.